like podcasts, but get bogged down by the monotonous themes and structures for topics? Do you tire of constantly learning useful information? Well, have no fear. We have no structure, we have no information. We just have a grand old time.
Welcome back, Ramblers, to week 11 with your hosts, Chris and
Austin.
And we are so excited to be back today. I'm just going to take the floor here real quick. I got the intro, so I'm just going to keep going real quick. I got a little apology to make. So on our midweek podcast, I told you guys what movie we're going to be reviewing, and I had a mishap. I said Bay, Ryan, and I put the wrong Ryan in there. They are both Bay. I have a man crush on both these gentlemen, but I said Ryan Gosling, and I meant to say Ryan Reynolds. And I have gotten at least 4 people reach out to me at separate occasions being like, hey, wrong person.
I mean, here's the thing. How do you make that big of a mistake?
Look, dude, I'm not kidding. When the first person texted me saying, hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, I was like, that's what I said. Because I remember that moment. Because in that moment, when you told me, like, hey, do the intro for the next movie, get it ready. It's like, all right, Ryan Reynolds. And then the moment I said it, I swear in my mind, I heard Ryan Reynolds. So we ended the pod. Nothing to it. Nothing. Your face didn't change. So I was like, we're good. And then everybody's reaching out. I'm like, these people are wrong. Maybe they're in their minds thinking. I went back and listened. They were all correct. I was wrong.
So what I'm seeing, because when I lied, my name went up in lights and, everybody pointed fingers. I'm thinking it's got to be the same thing.
No, I'm homeschooled, so it's different.
Oh,
yeah.
So this is how it plays into your favor now.
Yes, yeah. No, there's no bright lights, nothing. Just a little slap on the wrist. That's got it.
And so I want to be, kind of clear my name, just so we're here. You said Ryan Gosling, and I sat there and I was like, sure. Chris did the research. Chris is way smarter than I am. Chris is the movie guy. It was like, that's him, bro.
Right.
Yes.
Austin's like, yeah, correct. Yep.
Because when we talked about in our last midweek podcast, talking about the old guards, we talked about Charlize
Theron.
Yeah. You pronounce it, I'm like, you dang right, that's her name. You got it, brother. Like, no chance. I'm not even coming close. Or when we're talking about Peter
Dinklage.
Tyrion Lannister. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. When you say who it is, Chris, I trust you. Full trust.
I'm not going to let your trust down. Give me 1 strike. I don't need 3. I'm not a baseball player. Give me 1 strike, and I'm gonna be good now, okay?
Oh, you have your strike.
Okay.
Strike has been given.
So you guys remember to watch 6 Underground with Ryan Gosling.
No.
Gotcha.
No.
But how was your week? How other than the mishap and people letting us know Chris was wrong, how was your week?
I'm just saying, I want to preface it one time, and then I'm more than happy to let you know Chris was wrong. Okay, now that we've moved on.
Chris was very wrong. Don't tell either Ryan.
Oh yes, with all of our millions of fans who know both Ryan Gosling and Ryan Reynolds, please do not send them a text message. And if you do, pass their phone number on to us if you don't mind.
Yeah, we would like to have them on as guests. Maybe we should have them on to clear the air. Yeah, let's do that.
I think we should clear the air. Lay it out there. Let's see. The week was good. This weekend worked on some house projects. We refurbished our lights in our bathroom, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, the pictures look really good.
Yeah, took them down. I wasn't going to take them down. I was going to put trash bags around them and tape them to the wall and then just spray paint it on there and make my life easy. But
that's exactly what I thought you did.
No, we pulled them off, had to undo the electrical. It was a mess, but it was fun.
So real quick with that, because the pictures, I thought you bought new ones. Like, that's how good they looked.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I had nothing to do with it, just so we're clear.
Taking them down, I mean, I don't remember ever paying attention to them. So were they when you took them down, did they mess up the paint on the wall at all? Or were they hard to take off the wall?
So we painted our whole house when we bought it, right? Uh-huh. So that includes those areas. So we had to take a knife and cut around it. on the paint.
When you originally painted.
No, just now.
Okay.
We didn't pull them off when we originally painted.
Okay.
I was like, oh, well, we're never going to remove these.
Right.
So we took a knife, cut around it, and then it pretty much just came off the wall.
Good. Okay, cool.
So it was pretty simple.
Very nice.
Which was nice. And then I do have some big updates though that go along with the pop heads. And I know everybody's following the pop heads, right? Oh, Austin, you're so great. You have so many pop heads. You're so cool. I know.
Is that what they're telling you? Because they're saying Austin's the worst. He has way too many pop heads. Calm down, buddy.
Well, nobody's ever told me that. I just kind of tell myself that. So I think other people might tell me that too.
I mean, it's so bad that I'm calling you when I go to the store, like, hey, I know what you like. So I'm like, do you want this one? Do you know about this one?
Yeah. You know, I don't know if you know this, but you have access to my running spreadsheet.
Yeah.
That you can look at any point in time.
Yeah, but it's so much easier just calling you and be like, hey, yes or no.
Speaking of that, it's going to be funny. So hold on. Let me tell my story first, and then we'll come back.
Yeah, my bad.
So I got a new one from Walmart. The wife doesn't know. I went out and bought that one.
That story was amazing, by the way.
I sent it to like our little group chat or whatever, and I was like, hey, let's everybody watch this Office video of the costumes that they wear.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what's everyone's favorite? Like trying to get them to talk about it. And then I sent a pop head of Dwight as Kerrigan, somebody in StarCraft, the Queen of Blades. And I was like, this one's my favorite. Like tried to play it off like I had one that was my favorite, but it was really just a new one that I was showing off to everyone.
And we all thought you already owned it.
Yep. And that's the way you do it. So in case anyone's keeping update, that's 102. And then while out to lunch today, I got a little exclusive offer on one of the ones I liked on this website, Mercari, that I use to buy pop heads. Got an exclusive offer for a $7 pop head. So it was $7. I had to pay $5 for shipping, so that came out to be like $13.
What's an exclusive offer? Like this person contacted you directly to tell you about it?
Well, like I liked their item, so
Uh-huh.
I click like, and then if they like, there's a function where you can set a lower price for people who liked the items.
Ooh,
So then it looks like, an exclusive offer to just if you liked the items.
I like that.
I got it for $7, but $5 for shipping. So I was like, oh, I'm going to buy it. So I bought it, and I had an $8 credit. So it only cost me $5 for a pop head.
Who was it? What is it?
$5. This is the kicker. It's a good one. It is Sir Brienne of Tarth.
Whoa.
Golden
That's
armor, Knight's Guard, baby.
That's one of your favorite characters.
Sir Brienne of Tarth.
What? That's a good way to start your Game of Thrones collection.
That was a good one. That's the reason I had to get it.
I'm excited to see that when it comes in. That's awesome. Okay.
I could not pass up on that one.
No. I mean, especially when they gave you that like little exclusive deal. That's awesome.
So that'll be 103
Man.
when it comes in. I got to figure out where I'm going to display it though, because I got my shelf that I have. Right, it's very organized. To TV show. The Office takes up a large spot.
All of it.
Money Heist takes up another large spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then right now, The Walking Dead takes up the third large spot.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, right now, it's got to find its new home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where its new home is going to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to buy a new storage piece, if it's going to replace The Walking Dead. I don't know.
What if you did up by your like over by your desk area, like have your own Game of Thrones display?
Yeah, I mean, there's been plenty of ideas tossed around.
Or the living room, have them like little battles throughout the living room.
Oh yeah, I could really see that going.
I think the wife would love it.
100%. I think she'd be in. I think that'd be a good one. But so 103, super excited about that. But what we did with so when you walked in our house, you knew to the left, there's like a little indention where like normal people put like picture frames, right?
Yeah,
well, I had all the boxes of pop heads.
Normal people stuff now.
Yeah, exactly. So someone in this household asked if I could, move those pop heads, those empty ones.
Sloan did this?
Yes, Sloan did this. He's like, hey, can you move the empty ones that don't have pop heads? Just an idea, right? So you could display.
That's understandable.
Like, that's not a bad idea. So we ended up moving all those boxes of empty ones up to the attic. We put them in, plastic tubs, moved them up to the attic. I'm gonna check on them every day to make sure that the heat isn't too much for them. I need to make sure they're protected. But
You climb up to the attic every day.
yeah,
Oh boy. Oh
I'll do
boy.
it. I'll do it. I got to make sure protection happens to these things. And you this is a truthful statement, true as can be. I literally said goodbye to each and every pop head that I put in that.
I'm not surprised
For
at
every
all.
box that I put in there, I said goodbye, Corey. Goodbye, Topanga. Goodbye, Michael
To the
Scott.
empty box. It's not the character. It's not the actual puppet. It's just the empty box you're doing this to.
Just the empty box. I said goodbye to every single one.
Oh boy.
And that's at least probably what's 4 times 4? So 16. What's 16 times 3?
8.
48. It's probably about 48 pop heads.
Wow.
I
So it
said
took you
goodbye.
about 48 minutes because I know each goodbye was a minute long.
No, they were just goodbyes.
Okay.
Because I'll be up there daily, so there didn't need to be anything big.
It's not long-term goodbyes. It's just
It's just
it's
a
to
short
see you
little
later.
goodbye.
To see you later.
Yeah, really. I'll see you tomorrow because I'll be up there checking on you, making sure the heat's not too much.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of the heat being too much and things getting to you, let
Mhm.
me tell you this story. Right? Last night, right? This is before daylight savings time happens, right?
Okay.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna try to go to bed early so I don't lose the hour of sleep, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to go to bed at 10 instead of 11, so that way when I get up at 6, I'm like, oh, I actually got 7 hours of sleep. Like it was
Okay.
real,
Yeah.
Trying to think ahead of the game. So get in bed at 10 o'clock, get all snuggled up with my covers, my mouth guard, got it all put in, right? Trying to look pretty for the wife. And I hear this knocking on the wall behind our head. Okay, just sounds like knocking, like. And so I was like, okay. Sloan didn't bark, so I was like, okay, that's probably not someone at the front door, but it's like right on that wall. So I'm like, okay, like whatever, not thinking much of it. I'm like, I'm gonna drift back asleep because I was in that stage where you're like almost sleeping, right?
Right.
And so then I'm laying there just waiting again, and I hear it again. And I'm like, all right, this is getting creepy. So I'm like, we got to figure it out, right? So I get up and I'm like, I need to go look outside because I'm thinking it's very windy outside. So I'm thinking it's the hose outside of our window or outside of our bedroom wall.
Mhm.
And since it's so windy, it's slapping against the walls. It's windy, right?
That's gonna be super windy.
Correct. So I was like, I'm going to go check that out. So I put on clothes, got my little flashlight, my little flippy floppies, and here I go on out to check on the hose, not the hose. So I put the hose, wrap it up, make sure it's not the hose. And then I go back inside, right?
Inside your wall.
Get undressed, go back to bed,
Oh, no.
right? Laying in bed, mouth guard back in, ready to go.
Why did you take your mouth guard out?
Because it's not comfortable to like walk around.
What? Oh my god.
It's not like a pleasant feeling. And so then here it comes again. I'm like, all right, this is too much. So I start checking the wall. I'm standing on the bed, making sure.
Mouth guard in or out?
Probably in.
Oh my god.
I was like touching the wall. We turned on our flashlights. We're looking behind the bed. We're like trying to figure out what the heck this is. And it's when the wind blows. So I'm like, this is, weird. So eventually I'm like, you know what? I'll go outside with my flashlight and I'll call you on the phone and you tell me when you hear the knock and I'll watch to see what's happening.
Yeah.
So sure enough, go outside, call her, and I'm out there for like what feels like 3.5 hours.
Right.
It was probably like maybe 90
2.5 minutes.
And so we're on the phone and, she's just having a good old time laying in bed, nice and warm. Here I am, standing out there in the wind and just a jacket and shorts, like shivering and nothing. Never heard the sound. I knocked on the wall. She could hear me knock, but there was never like the same noise repeated.
Really?
Okay. So I go back, into the house, lock the house up, make sure the house is like fully locked, everything's closed. I thought what it sounded like to me is if someone had a bouncy ball and like a flat plate, like a small thin sheet of aluminum, like metal, and they were just dropping the bouncy ball on it, and it would like boing boing, and then they'd pick it up. and they
Yeah.
drop it. And so that was like super annoying. And then of course I get into bed the last time and it never happens again.
Really?
Super strange. So I'm like, somebody was standing outside my wall with a bouncy ball, just throwing it against my wall.
That's more likely than what my thing is. Probably have raccoons in your wall, but I think your scenario is dead on. Instead of robbing the house, they're just gonna they bouncy balled you. That's a new TikTok trend.
Or they wanted to see like if people were home. You know, people are home. They're checking out the house. They look super buff and super scary. So like, let's not rob them.
You look super buff and super scary. It's because you took out the retainer.
Yeah, thank you.
The mouth guard came out. So I get. We'll get back to this story real quick. So if somebody broke into your house, you're gonna yell, "Hang on, guys, let me take out my mouth guard, and then you can finish robbing me."
Well, no, but you probably can't understand me. So when they're like, "What's the safe code?" They can't hear me, so I gotta take it out so they can hear me.
Okay. So did you check your house today, like the top by the roof to the ceiling, to see if there's any holes or anything on the outside?
Yeah, we went walking around the house, and there was nothing, no loose like shingles or side paneling or bricks or anything. I'm waiting to go lay in bed here tonight.
Yeah.
To see if we hear the bouncy ball again.
And you didn't hear it at all during the day?
Nope. Okay. But we're not really in our bedroom most of the day.
That's true. You're
and especially we're not laying there silently listening, like, because when we're going to bed, right, she's reading her book, I'm just laying there going to bed.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty silent, but most of the day it doesn't happen like that.
Yeah, you're just in and out. Yeah, that makes sense. Man,
exactly.
That's wild.
So that was, I have another story, but I'm going to save it for later on because this is kind of a goodish story. I think it's really funny. And if I think it's funny, that means probably I'm the only one who thinks it's funny. So I'm going to save it.
Definitely. Most definitely.
So how was your week?
It was good. It went by really fast, I feel.
Okay. Hey, those are the best weeks.
We did have, so like I mentioned last week, I think we have a new neighbor.
Yeah. How's that going?
Awesome. She's great. Her dog Rambo is great. So it's my brother-in-law's girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
So
nice.
Seeing him, I mean, we already saw him a lot. So seeing him now more, seeing his dog Colt more.
This is, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the guy who does your hair and beard.
Yes, he's my barber.
That's him. He's a good-looking barber.
Oh, yeah.
He gets some good cuts.
Yes, very. I don't just wake up like this. He makes it happen. But so he called me. Was it Monday or Tuesday? He called me. He said, "Hey, dude, you stop pointing your remote at the wall." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Your fan remote, don't point it at the wall." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "The light came on at 6:30 this morning for Joanna's room." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "She called me at 6:30 and said her light just randomly came on." He's like, "I'm thinking because you guys have the same fans, somehow." I was like, "I didn't touch the remote this morning though." He's like, "Oh." He's like, "Okay." He's like, "Well, that's weird." So then it happened again the next day. And I was thinking about it. I was like, the only thing that happened at that time, and then I texted her as soon as it happened the next day, I was like, "Hey, did your light come on?" is when Alex makes her smoothies. Somehow the blender is somehow connected to her fan in the next, and because we share a wall. Our kitchen wall shares a wall with her bedroom wall, but the wall we use for the blender is on the complete opposite side.
What?
So somehow it's like it only, and then she gave me the code to her house. So I went over there one night when she was working, because that's when Alex and I had free time to test it. And I went in there and I couldn't find the remote. I didn't know she used the remote for her light. So I was in her room using the light switch. It didn't happen. But I guess if the light switch is on and she turns her remote off before she goes, or turns the fan off before she goes to bed with the remote, the light off there.
Yeah.
Alex powers on her blender, her light comes on.
Really?
Yes.
That is crazy.
It's insane. And we had neighbors before her a few months ago. They never mentioned it. It's not like she's complaining at all. So they just never mentioned it. So I don't know. I don't know if when the storm happened, when they did the rewiring for the new fan, maybe something got twisted up. But the weirdest thing ever.
Wow. So now basically you guys are just giving wake up calls to your neighbor.
Exactly. It's the first day she even told us, she's like, "I'm actually so glad it happened because I kept hitting snooze. And I had a test I had to study for. So that was I had to get up at that point. I was like, this is the sign that I have to get up."
Wow. That is too funny.
Yes. So
does it still happen?
Well, Alex didn't make smoothies the last 2 days of the week, and we were
Okay.
gonna test it this weekend. We just never found time to do it.
Fair.
So she'll probably just use a different outlet in the kitchen.
Okay.
But I want to see because normally Alex, when she's done making her smoothie, she unplugs the blender from the wall.
Yeah.
She turns it off and just leaves it unplugged throughout the day. So I don't know if maybe if it's always plugged in, then it'll never do it. Maybe it's like the unplugging and the plug-in hit the power, jolts it. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
So we need to test a couple things to see like
Yeah.
what's exactly is going on or causing it. But it's the weirdest thing. I've never experienced that ever.
Super strange.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super, super strange. But hey, I mean, at least your neighbor didn't get mad at you.
No, yeah, no. And it was just so weird because I was like, I didn't touch the fan that morning. And the next day I did not touch it at all.
Wait, hold on. Actually, I want to go back.
Yeah.
So you told me that your kitchen shares a wall with your neighbor's bedroom,
Yes.
right? And you guys are making blend or whatever smoothies in a blender at 7:00 in the morning.
Yeah, you don't hear it.
I was about to say you guys are the worst neighbors in the world.
No, you don't hear it. Because when we had the other neighbors, we asked them like, "Hey, do you hear it?" They're like, "Not at all."
Okay.
And normally, and like the neighbors before, my other brother-in-law, he was up at like 4:30 in the morning to go to work.
Okay.
So he never heard it because he was at work. And then my sister-in-law, she said she never heard it. So no, we would like move it to another room, like just
Got
to start the blender kind of thing. But no, nobody like you don't hear it.
Got it. Okay.
You
I
hear
was about to
it's
say.
like, you only hear like some things over there. You really just hear the dogs like barking, of course,
Of course.
and then like if they have like heavy feet when they're running, kind of thing.
Hmm.
But that's about it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, thankfully you don't hear like when because we're loud in the kitchen, man, like banging around pots and like trying to get stuff out of the cabinets and stuff. You don't hear that next door.
Oh, well, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was worried there for your neighbor.
No.
I'm about to say every day 7 a.m. I would come
Nope.
through the wall.
We've checked. We've checked in with the people before we continue it.
Oh, good.
Now my 3:30 in the morning vacuums, that's a different story.
Yeah, got to clean it. That's the best time to clean.
It's the only time to clean.
If you're not cleaning at 3:30, are you really cleaning?
No, you're not. That's what I've been trying to tell people.
They just don't get it.
They don't get it at all.
So the rest of the week, anything major happen?
So a couple other things happened. So I went thrifting last weekend,
Oh, okay.
and I've been watching
Play
this.
the song.
Huh?
I'm gonna pop some tags. I got $20 in my pocket.
No, I only got $20 in my pocket.
I don't know the words.
I think
Okay.
I only got $20. Yeah, I think so. But beside the point, I was listening to that song. I was doing it, and I found these golf clubs
Oh,
at a
okay.
Habitat for Humanity. There are these Ben Hogans, which are like made in Fort Worth from 1974.
Mm.
So they're made right down the road from you. But I was like looking them up online. They resell for like $150 to $200.
Oh, nice.
I got them for $1 a club.
How many clubs?
So when I went up to the cash register, I told the lady, like, I got 14 clubs, so $14. Well, then a couple days later, I realized I only bought 10 clubs. So I told this lady, because they don't count them, they just like trust whatever you say. So I paid $4 extra. I don't know where my brain, I think because I was going to get another different four clubs that weren't a part of this set, but I didn't grab them. So I went up there that day. I was like, all week, I've been like just so mad at myself. I'm like, Chris, you just wasted a double cheeseburger and large fries from McDonald's.
Oh, Chris, and you tell me I can't count.
But you're rubbing off on me. Ever since the podcast, I've gone downhill since the podcast started. It's been 11 weeks of torture for me. So yeah, so that was really freaking cool. It was getting those, and I actually yesterday we took Pippa out, went with my sister Madison, her dog Basil to Ravno, the golf course that closed by us.
Yeah.
And I went and hit them, and man, they are so smooth.
Were y'all on 10, like you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we parked, if you know Ravno at all, we parked in the smaller parking lot where we normally parked.
Yep.
And so they have a gate there, so you just back up to the gate, and you're just in the little entrance, and you just walk out to wherever you want to walk out to.
Oh, nice. And y'all you were just hitting balls out there?
Yeah, well, I was trying to hit golf balls, and Pippa kept picking them up as I'm trying to swing. So I hit a good amount of balls, and then we played I kept hitting a tennis ball with the club.
Okay.
Yeah.
To let them go run at it.
Yeah, her and Basil were just running. And then Pippa tried to jump in the lake because I hit a golf ball in there, and then she went flying. I was like, oh no, so I had to catch her and stop her because I don't mind if she swims or anything, but man, that lake is dirty. I didn't want to drive her home and wash her that night. But it was a good week all in all, and that find was awesome. So my plan is to regrip them, resharpen the grooves, and then try and play with them, like try and play a real round with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
With all the golf that you play in your spare time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and pick it up more this like warmer weather season.
This warmer weather season. Okay.
Yeah, I have a gift card to Top Golf, so I'll go use that. That'll be a good.
Shocker.
The gift card phenomenon will always live on with us.
For those who are wondering why this is shocking, Chris and Alex have a gift card for every single place in the whole wide world. Everywhere that they want to go, they magically find a gift card for get a gift card for one reason or another. They have not spent a penny of their own money ever since they've been married. All the gift cards. They want a dog? Gift cards. Dog food? Gift cards. Freaking pop heads from Box Lunch? Gift card.
Gift cards. I wish we were living that good. But no, we do get gift cards like crazy. And I mean, we probably get gift cards like any other normal human, but we like make it a point to tell you we got them. because it's like, especially when we first got married from our wedding, we had so many gift cards. So you were like, they always have gift cards. And then now it's like, anytime we try and buy something, we make sure to tell you. It can be like toothpaste. Hey, I bought toothpaste with a gift card. So you just, it makes you lose your mind.
So annoying. So freaking annoying. So annoying. But okay. Anything else for the week?
No, that was it. It was like I said, it was a pretty fast week. Those were like my two memorable moments this week.
So I heard a story this week from your sister, not my wife, your other sister, Madison.
Okay.
That
shout out Madison. She doesn't listen to the pod, but shout out to her.
Shout out to her. What up? What up? So your parents traveled, right? They went to go somewhere else.
Daytona.
And she was home alone, right? One of the first times that she's been home alone in quite some time. And I heard that there was a scary instance that occurred while she was there of some kind, right?
Okay.
You know, and I'm curious, and maybe she never asked, but like, I know you as a person are very, very fearful when you are alone anywhere.
Yeah. 100%.
Especially when it's dark, like that, you don't go well.
No.
So just curiously, did you ever like think to like, oh, I'm gonna go stay with Madison to like make her feel better in this scary situation?
Well, no. So I don't know if you're leading to where I think you're gonna lead. So I'm just gonna like, she did text me that night.
Okay.
But so what happened was like, no, I mean, she used to live alone at college. I mean, she stayed alone before. And like maybe within the last 2 or 3 months, my parents went somewhere and I could have sworn she was home alone with the dogs.
Okay.
Whether it was for one night or 2 nights. So she's never complained or ever been like, I'm scared. Like always growing up, Samantha and Madison were like, I don't care about staying home alone. I was always been like, no, like I need a friend. Even when I had friends over, we were scared. Like I don't know what's going on. So.
Well, look, when you have friends over, we lock ourselves in the house, okay? In the house.
We do. No, we didn't lock ourselves in. We got locked in. We tried to go downstairs. My car keys were gone, and that had my house key, and we had no way to get out of my house. That's a story we will need to share. But with Madison, I mean, I had no idea she was scared. So then that night, I went to bed early.
Oh, okay.
So I went to bed probably like I went and laid in bed whatever time. I knocked out like as soon as I turned on the TV.
Okay.
So then I woke up middle of the night and I see on my phone a text message from Madison. It's like 9:30, 9:45 at night. Like, hey, I had this weird feeling in the house. I don't think anyone's here, but if I'm dead, just know it's the invisible person in the house. I was like, oh. I texted her, said, you good? I mean, what else am I going to say?
You didn't call it just you good? Question mark?
It's in the middle of the night. She's probably sleeping at this point. It's like 3 or 4 in the morning. So I just said, you good? And I woke up again at like 8 or 9. No, I woke up way before that. But I texted her again at 8 or 9. I just did the question mark on top of it. You know what I mean? I just held it down with the question mark. Yeah. And she didn't say anything. So I was like, do I go over there? Or what if the invisible man's still there? So I just waited. I waited. I was like, I'm sure she's fine. I'm sure she's good. And then she texted me and said, yeah, I stayed up late. She's probably scared. And I woke up late. So I was like, oh, okay. You're good. You're good.
You
So
didn't
I
even
didn't,
like
I
go
didn't think about going over there. Do what?
you didn't even like go check on her.
She's got Basil. If Basil can't protect her, you think I can?
But I mean, that is true. Basil is quite scary.
Come on, Austin.
You know, people don't know this, but you're like a really jacked, burly looking dude.
Yeah, I'm so swole.
Yeah. You the stature that you have next to other people is intimidating.
I make Dwayne the Rock Johnson look tiny, people.
Amen. He looks like Kevin Hart next to you.
He does. He does. I mean, I bench like 6.
6 what, Chris?
I don't know. Whatever they bench in the 6s, I do it. I do it, bro.
I've got it figured out.
When
So
did she tell you this story?
she didn't tell me. She told Samantha, but I got told it.
Okay.
I just was curious because I figured, right? I was like, Chris, fearful in his own right of being home alone, would 100% go check on his sister,
Yeah.
who's also fearful.
I never knew she was fearful.
Instead, he just says, "You good?"
It was already way past it.
When someone texts you, "If I'm dead in the morning, it was the invisible man," you don't think they're fearful?
If she said like it was the car sitting out in front of the house, that's a different story. I'd be over there. But an invisible man, if you can't see him, how can I? Austin, come on, man. Think logically here. He's invisible.
Have you ever seen The Sixth Sense? The little kid can see other dead people.
Spoiler alert, I've never seen it.
That was like a movie in '96.
I've never seen it, but I already knew the ending.
So, I mean, you could be the only one who could see the invisible man and solve that murder.
Man. All right, next time I get that text, boy, you best believe I'm driving over there.
Look, bring Pippa. 3 o'clock in the morning. Bring Pippa. She'll help protect you.
She won't roll out of bed. She will not get out. She'll be so knocked out. I mean, Madison's always welcome to stay here.
True. Yeah, could you imagine Pippa, Basil, Paisley, and the Wiener?
Shasta. She has a name, Austin.
I was gonna call her pigs in a blanket, but I felt like that was a little offensive.
Bro, you're gonna get some text, boy. I can't wait. My mom's gonna be blowing up your phone. I don't find this very nice. What did she ever do to you?
She's actually lost weight.
That was a little guest appearance from my mom right there.
Yep, believe it or not, she was just on a quick little tidbit. So Pippa sleeps in the bed now,
Yes.
full time.
Yeah, so on her own time. So
Okay.
we don't make her go in the crate, like her crate's open. And we have the gate to the living room open. So most of the time she'll start either in her crate or in bed with us. And then most of the time she ends up waking up in bed with us. But there will be times in the middle of the night she'll go into her kennel or she'll go lay in the living room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So she just kind of gets to roam the house now.
Exactly. Like, so majority of her time it's like, yeah, in the bed, but there are times where she'll just be out in either in the living room, like I said, or in her crate.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah, but we don't lock her in there or anything. I mean, she's out all the time now. Like even when we leave, we don't put her away.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we did after her surgery just to where she couldn't run, jump, or lick at herself.
Fair.
But now she's all healed and ready to go. She's good to roam the house.
Oh, nice. So she has graduated that step in life.
Yes.
Proud of her. Now, do you guys want a king size bed yet?
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, like as soon as we move, that'll be the first purchase.
Really?
Well, like right after washer and dryer, that's a must. The king size bed is because she's big right now. She's only gonna get bigger.
Yep.
I mean, she's only 6 months, and she has another 7 or 8 months of growing.
Yeah, good little bit of growing.
So we'll definitely be getting a king bed.
So
are you guys gonna get one?
Yeah, we finally ordered one.
Oh.
And boy, was it a debacle.
Oh boy. Okay. Let me get my popcorn.
Boy, was this a struggle. So we have been planning on getting a king size bed for a while, and it finally just kind of came to a time where it's like let's go ahead and do it.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and knock it out. So we went to, been looking around at different places, and we ended up going to a new place called Living Spaces up here in the Dallas Fort Worth area. And so as we're walking in, it says there's a big sign that says something like, "We proudly sell Magnolia Homes." So for those of you who don't know, Magnolia Homes, right, go back into Waco and the Magnolia Market and all that type of stuff.
Chip and Joe.
Yep, Chip and Joe, who stole the idea. Anyhow,
no, not getting on that today.
So it said we probably sell Magnolia Homes, right? So Samantha, I was walking in, she's like, "Oh, Magnolia Homes, how great! Like, we got to look there." So we
Her excitement and the pain in your wallet, I would have loved to see.
Oh, there was pain. I like started laying on the ground and rolling. I didn't want to be there any longer. So we start walking in, and of course we got to go through the Magnolia area, and she finds the bed that she loves, right? And it's a great looking bed. I have no problems with it, right? So
when you say bed, it's not the mattress, it's like
it's just a bed frame. Yes.
Okay. I never know. It's like the whole tire wheel situation.
Yeah. So we just she fell in love with the bed frame, so we bought that bed frame. We were like, we will take this bed frame, right? So we bought it, got it scheduled to be delivered on Monday. So tomorrow or today, depending on when you listen to the podcast, we got it supposed to get delivered on Monday, March 15th.
Nice. Okay.
So we're like, good, we're going to have it. We're going to be good. So we went home that night. That was on a Thursday night. We went home and it was like, okay, I'm sorry. It was on a Wednesday night. night.
Okay.
So got home. I was like, tomorrow on Thursday, we need to look to order the mattress off Amazon because we know what mattress we want. It's on Amazon, and we need to order the bed frame. What is it called?
The box spring.
The box spring. I cannot remember that word.
You always forget that one.
So we got to order the box spring. We'll get those ordered on Thursday. 2-day shipping. Thank you, Amazon Prime. We'll be here Saturday or Sunday, right?
Right.
Makes no sense. And then since we're buying a mattress in a box, you have to like let it air out for 48 hours, can't sleep on it, so on and so forth.
Please let it air out for 48 hours. My wife is a psychopath and decided to take a nap on it within like the first 26 hours, and I'm still devastated today.
You still just don't sleep right, do you?
No, I don't. I always blame her. Whenever we take off the sheets all the way, like there's a corner that's not fully developed, and I blame it on her. And guess whose side of the bed it's on?
Yours.
Duh.
So we ordered the bed frame, came home. Thursday, we didn't order anything. We kind of got busy, got caught up in some things. Friday rolls around. We're like, okay, we're good. Let's order it. So we order the mattress, right? We order the mattress. We're like, this is the mattress we want. We found what we want. We buy it. They're like, it'll be here between Saturday and Monday.
Okay.
Like, cool. So the latest it'll be here is March 15th. Like, we'll get the bed frame, get the mattress. We'll be good. Now we just got to order the box spring.
Mm-hmm.
We go on there to order the box spring. And we put it in our cart on Amazon, trying to get the Amazon Prime deal. And a little thing pops up and it's like, save 8% and $8. So I'm like, okay, let's see what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Samantha clicks on it, right? She clicks on it. She goes, it takes us to Sam's Club's website.
Okay.
It's like, you can order this same mattress off Sam's Club. You get $8 off the cost that it was on Amazon. And you get 8% cash back, like given to you through Rakuten. And so I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, see when it could be delivered, right? So we can get this money off.
Yeah.
You go ahead, she clicks through to get delivery. It can't be delivered until March 25th.
Oh my gosh.
10 days after the bed frame and the bed arrive.
That's insane.
So I look at her, I'm like, do we need it? Like, is it worth the $8?
What's the 8% you get though?
It's cash back. So it's like, I think a box spring was like $150 or something.
Oh, so it's
so whatever 8% of that is.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Which isn't a terrible amount. So, it comes out to be like $16 or so. So I was like, is it worth it?
Right.
And she's like, yes, it's worth it.
Of all people, Samantha said,
we order it, right? So now I'm thinking this whole weekend, I'm like, this is going to suck. We're going to get the bed frame. We're going to get the mattress. We're going to lay this beautiful king size mattress out. And I'm just going to have to look at it.
Yeah.
Just stare at it, right? So for those of you that don't know anything about me, when I order something online, the next day I am now tracking that item at least 2 to 3 times.
That's a lie. You check it 15 minutes after you bought it. Have they sent it yet? Have they printed the label yet? I mean, you're immediate.
Okay, well, I was trying to give myself some credit there, but I do it pretty quickly. I watch that item religiously because I want to know what town it's in, what city it's in, who's viewing it, and why they have to have a hand in my product.
Yeah,
Things I want to know.
Austin's a lunatic when it comes to this.
So, of course, I got an email today that said, your box spring has shipped.
Ooh.
And so, first thing that runs in my mind is, it's the 14th. Why is it going to take you 11 days to get to me?
That's a great question. That's a great question.
I feel
Maybe
like
coming from like Alaska.
I was like, that's a fair question, 11 days, that's a long time. That's a long travel.
Mhm.
I could get almost anywhere in the United States in 11 days minus Hawaii. Well, I could get Hawaii, just not driving.
I mean, hey, if you had a certain car, you could.
So I looked, it says it's going to be delivered on Wednesday, the 17th.
This Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
Dang.
I'm like, this is good. This is good. And then I'm like, well, I haven't checked on the mattress, right? It's supposed to be here tomorrow. And it's like, it'll be here Wednesday.
No. I've been watching your mattress.
Oh, it's on your parents' account.
I'm like, oh man, if it gets pushed back, we're gonna be hearing about this.
So I'm like, this is so annoying because I was going to open it on Monday and be able to sleep in it as soon as the box spring arrived. Box spring arrived, put it all together, sleep in it. Now it's not going to arrive till Wednesday. I can't sleep in it till Saturday to give it a full 48 hours to sprawl out.
But the positive, the silver lining here is now you don't have to worry about like having it opened up somewhere in your room, building the frame, putting the box spring in, and then once it's done lifting it on there, you can just have it all go, like do the frame, the box spring, put out the mattress, 48 hours, you're sleeping good.
True. And I mean, the pro is that we have a king size bed now, right? There's many pros with it. It's just comical.
Right. Oh, definitely. I mean, because you're able to sleep in your bed still and just in a room.
Just our current bed. Yeah, we're just gonna move it to. Well, we're gonna move it to your guest room.
No, not my guest room. It's just Chris and Alex's room.
Yeah. So those of you that are listening that ever sleep in that room, it's Chris and Alex's room.
You get our approval before you sleep in there, so you're welcome.
So yeah, we're gonna find that or get our king size bed, which I'm so excited to just be able to lay out, spread out, not have to worry about.
Oh yeah. I'm excited for you guys. Have you got your sheets and comforters and all that stuff yet?
No sheets. Our plan is to get those this week sometime.
Okay.
Comforter, yeah, we got the comforter last month.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
We got the comforter just to because I steal all the covers in the middle of the night from my wife.
Yeah.
Because I like to be very warm. So now this way she still has no covers, but we have a king size comforter. Basically,
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Because last night she was like, my leg's out of the comforter. I was like, well, put it in the comforter because I'm warm. Like, I'm good. I'm secure.
Figure something out, babe.
Yeah, we got the biggest comforter that they had available. We're all right. Can't go any bigger than this.
Oh, that'll be exciting though.
No, I'm super excited for all that to arrive. And that's, another house project to check off the list.
Yes.
Just slowly keep getting through them.
Yeah, you guys are knocking them out though. I mean, you've been in the house just over a year.
Yeah, a year and a couple months, and we're killing it.
You've done a lot.
We are killing it. We just chug along slowly. Got to keep it going.
Yeah.
But it's going well.
That's good.
We're very happy with the house. The outside, mainly my lawn, is not Danny Tanner like.
Well, I mean, Danny Tanner didn't even have a lawn. But
he took care of his things.
But you had a blizzard.
Okay.
You always had a great lawn until this blizzard happened. I mean, I'm not shocked that it happened to your lawn. You'll get it back. You'll get it back.
I needed to just like Lauren Daigle says, come alive, dry bones, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Bring them alive.
What a pull. What a pull.
I won't sing that one to you guys. You're welcome.
No, we would that would be a treat for our listeners.
Oh, I don't think so, Tim.
All right.
I don't think so, Tim.
Well, they're missing out. Unfortunately they're missing out.
They are. Did you see that Avatar?
Dude, don't even get me started.
Re-releasing.
Yeah. Yeah, so that makes me so mad. How is that like? So here's why they did it. So Avengers Endgame
Yeah.
beat Avatar when they released what 2 3 years ago now.
Yeah, whenever they released, they crossed the highest grossing sales. Yes.
Yes. So Avatar, um, they were jealous and mad about it, and they can't release another movie because it takes their director forever to put out more movies. I'm like, I'm at the point. One, I didn't even like Avatar that much. Way overrated. Two, I don't really care about Avatar 2, 3, 4, 5, any of that. So they re-released in Japan or China to be able to beat Avengers.
Yep.
How? Why? Why? How is that even okay?
Well, you want to hold the record, right?
But it should be on the initial release, not on a re-release. So at the end game in 4 years, 5 years, re-releases again. It's just going to be going back between these two movies.
Yeah, that would, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it should count towards their, their totals, but no one asked my opinion.
Dude, I was so when I saw that this week and people were like so excited. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Why would you be so excited? Like, it's all over the place. Just go rent it.
Ex- no, they're just excited that it's like, oh, it's the top grossing movie. It's like, no, it's not. It's bogus.
Yeah, it's weak in my opinion, but
Yeah, I was very upset with that.
now I noticed movie theaters are back open. Are you going to go to a movie theater?
No, I mean honestly, like I was not a big movie theater guy beforehand. They're always just they're dirty. Like let alone before COVID. Now after COVID, I don't trust that they'll be clean. I mean, the people who clean them are a bunch of high schoolers. So for what's that worth? So no, I mean the only thing I like truly miss is the popcorn, but I don't miss spending like $12 on a bucket of popcorn.
$12, and you didn't even get a refill on that bucket of popcorn.
No,
That was the sad part. And you didn't even get a drink.
no, you had to. I mean, I'm lucky. You're lucky they even let you get the butter for free.
Honestly, I'm surprised they did.
So no, I mean I love movies and stuff, but I won't. Their movies are too expensive.
Hmm.
I would rather pay like $30 to have a movie to be able to watch at home.
Really?
Even if it's a one-time viewing, I'd rather do that than go pay for a movie theater.
What about like what's the new one with Tom Holland?
Which one?
You're the movie guy.
Like the one that just came, like Cherry?
Yeah, Cherry. There you go. Like, is so that one's only going to be in theaters? Like, it's not going HBO Max or
No,
anything else.
so Cherry, the one that the Russo brothers did, the guys who did Endgame, Cherry came out on Apple TV.
Oh, it did?
But Tom Holland does have another movie, excuse me, that is going to be theaters only.
Okay.
That one, I can get the name of that one. But Cherry's the more like, I would say, highly anticipated movie. Chaos Walking is going to be, I believe, only in theaters.
Okay.
But Cherry's the one like everybody was, I think, more excited to see.
Okay.
But I mean, like there's really no. I mean, it would have to be a really good movie. It would have to be another Endgame for me to want to go see it in theaters.
Okay, so it would have to be like a top movie of all time.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to. The criteria for it would be it'd have to be like a movie that I want to like. I maybe probably already like in a series I've seen.
So like a Black Panther 2, would you go to the theater?
No.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. Like I don't think like the new Spider-Man. No. Like whereas Endgame it was like a collection, an ending of it.
Yeah.
Like so, if it was like if they had like a bunch of Marvel movies and an ending of it, I would do that. But it's just, like it would have to be a theater where it's packed and like everybody's into that movie. Like when I saw Endgame, Alex and I went, and when they came out of the circles, and he said on your left cap, the theater went crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody started crying, and then like when RDJ like Iron Man snapped, it was like you could hear the tears in that room.
Spoiler alert, just for those watching, listening now, Chris is ruining the whole movie.
Did I say?
No.
Okay, so I just said
You're saying he snaps. So that means he has to get all 5 Infinity Stones.
Well, no, he can snap to the beat of a song. I don't know. You're the one who dropped the Infinity Stones. I was just saying he snapped in general. Maybe his mind snapped. I don't know.
When they come to the portals.
Yeah, that's little spoiler. But so like it would have to be on those lines.
Okay.
Like it would have, or like, I mean, I'm trying to think of any other movies like the movie Six Underground that we just were watching for
Yeah.
our that movie is like it would be like a theater. It would be a dream to watch in a theater
Really?
just because of the way it's shot and the action, the sound and stuff would be
Got it.
so much better. But it's still like even that one, if I was like, oh, you could rewatch it, I still wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah. So I won't miss theaters. I mean, I'll go if Alex really wants to, but it's just they're too expensive for me.
Fair.
And like I said, I'd rather pay to watch it at my house on my couch for a one-time fee. And it could even be I only have that movie for 24 hours. That's fine.
True. True. I mean, I would like things I would go see if they came out with like another Harry Potter of any kind. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if they're shooting the kids or like a prologue or what. I'd go see it in theaters.
Okay.
Right? Those movies are so immersive
Uh-huh.
that you know.
Good pull. Good pull on a word. Nice.
Yeah, you're welcome. They're so immersive that first off, the whole crowd's whoever goes is going to be into it, right?
Mhm.
It's very rare that you don't have Harry Potter fans that.
Oh, they'll be dressed up and they'll be waiting outside to get a ticket.
Exactly. So I would go to like that, or I mean, I would honestly go to a Marvel movie, right? A Black Panther 2, the new Spider-Man. Like I would go to the theater for that because it gives you it gives me a different feeling when walking out of the theater watching those movies as opposed to watching them at home.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So I would go for like big movies, but like Chaos Walking, probably won't go see.
Yeah.
Right? Cherry, I wouldn't have gone and seen.
Yeah.
Like whatever's out right now, there's nothing that's like, oh my gosh, I need to watch it.
No, yeah, definitely. I agree with that.
You know, it has to be something that's big that I'm into, right? There's talks, and I don't know if this is where the talks are on this or anything. I don't keep up with it, but there's talks that there's going to be like a Walking Dead movie down the line. I would go see those in theaters.
Okay.
Right? Like things that I'm very interested in, I would go see. You know, if The Office somehow created a movie, right, for whatever reason, I'd go see it.
Really?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course, I would go see an Office movie, and I don't even care if it's just Stanley and Oscar. It would be great.
just Stanley and Oscar.
Yeah, just their lives. I don't need anyone special.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, beforehand, you were a movie theater guy, right? Like you enjoyed going to the theater.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say enjoyed. I went on every Tuesday.
Oh yeah, you did.
Because they were $5.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, I did it before I was married. I did it after I was married too, but I did it before I was married because it killed a Tuesday night. You know, I mean, it was a 3-hour movie that cost me $5. It's hard to pass up.
Maybe if they were cheaper, my mind would be a little bit different, but
yeah, they're expensive. When you're paying for 2 people at full price, $10 a ticket, like that's a lot.
I mean, I never paid full price. I was always a kid. I'm still a kid at heart, so I had a kid ticket.
Or the gift card. Yeah, I understand.
Or the gift card, which I used to have a lot of movie theater gift cards somehow.
Yeah. It's not a shock to any of us on this podcast, Chris.
I feel like almost every birthday I would get a movie theater gift card.
Maybe people just thought you liked the movie theaters.
Maybe they did.
You know? So since you didn't like traveling to movie theaters, what would you say? And I want an order, so we can do like a Mount Rushmore type thing.
Okay.
Naming your top 4 of like best vacations. And I'm not saying like locations. I'm just saying like things you're doing on vacation. So let me give you just an example, right? So if you were to say, in my best vacation, right, hiking. Doesn't matter where, right? It could be Mount Kilimanjaro.
Well, it's not something I've experienced. It's just like this would be a great vacation.
It could be something
a certain team play a
but
game.
it could be something like you want to do again, right? So like I know your family went to Destin, Florida a lot, right, for vacations. Yeah. That could be like you could be like, oh my gosh, Destin, Florida as the beach would be a top vacation for me. Okay. Or you could say, you know, going to Bernie, Texas to visit family friends, that can be the best vacation for me.
But we're not saying like 1995 when we went to Guadalajara, that's my favorite vacation.
Like not that, but like activities you're doing while on vacation. Like what are you looking for when you're going on vacation?
Okay, cool. Do you have yours?
Mine.
What'd you say?
I have 3 of mine.
Okay.
So I'm pretty well built. Mm-hmm. So obviously this is my number 1 out and out 100% was a stipulation in order for me to marry my wife.
Oh boy, it's Disney.
Disney World. Disney World is the dream vacation, baby.
Florida, right?
Florida, got to be Florida.
Okay, Disney World's Florida dream vacation.
Dream vacation, staying on property. And so like a hotel doesn't matter for me. Like, yeah, there's cool hotels and like ones where you can like stay in the animal kingdom and like animals come up to windows and stuff. But I mean, that'd be great. Don't hear me say it wouldn't. But like just Disney is the vacation.
Okay. Now, is there a certain amount of time you'd like to be there? Like 4 or 5 days?
I mean, I think a week. So if you're just doing the Disney parks, I think 5 to 6 days is enough.
Okay.
If you're going to try and travel to Universal as well, which is not on the same property as Disney, but is very close, you probably need like 10 days.
Okay. Now this
try to do both parks fully.
Okay, this is a little side tangent. If somebody's like, "Hey, I'm going to be in Florida, and we're going to like go to Disney for 1 day," is that like worth doing? Like just having a day, or do you think you need a few days?
Disney World, honestly, I don't think 1 day would be worth it.
Okay.
For the amount of money that you would pay, and the times you would stand in line, 1 day would not be worth it.
Okay.
That's good to know. And obviously, I'm just kind of talking off hypotheticals here, right?
Right.
Disney World, I think, has 5 parks and 2 water parks.
Oh wow!
And a thing called Downtown Disney, which is a lot of their shopping.
Wow.
So let's just say you want to go to the Magic Kingdom, right? Because that's where the big Cinderella castle is and all that. You can do that and see that, but that's going to take a day alone, and then you don't get to see like MGM Studios / Hollywood Studios, which is more of like the adult rides. So like the Tower of Terror and Aerosmith and more of the shows. You don't get to go to like Epcot, which is the big golf ball that you see in Full House that they're at. You miss a lot of like the really major things.
Because
like,
you're trying to get all of it in.
So yeah, you could. Now, if you said California Disneyland, could I do it in a day? I'm there for a day. Could I do it? 100%. Do it in a day. You could do that easily in a day because it's one park.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Disney World is 5 parks plus 2 water parks if you're trying to accomplish everything.
So you'll need about a day of park. You get everything in.
And the way I do it at Disney, as I've been many times, is we buy these things called park hopper passes. So I'll spend like half a day in one park and then half a day in another. I'll leave that park midday and go to a different park. And then, I'll just kind of bounce around based on, what's hot and what's cold, kind of, what the lines look like and things like that.
Right.
Or, to be honest with you, there's times where I like go to a park for like, I get there as soon as it opens, right? Because you are always at the park when it opens. So you can get to the biggest and longest ride line first. You ride it once or twice before the lines get long, and then you can go back to your hotel and sleep and then pick up later on.
That's cool.
So like that's a pretty big thing for me.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a long explanation of Disney. You're welcome if you want to sponsor us. Number 2, vacation. Oh, actually, we're gonna do this. No, we're not. I don't want to do the alternating way. That'd be weird because I feel like if we took vacations, that'd be weird from each other.
Okay.
So number 2, and this doesn't necessarily have to be my number 2 spot, but this is definitely a high one for me.
Right.
Cruises.
Just a cruise.
No, I don't care where I go on a cruise.
Do you care what cruise line?
So I've been on 2 that I think I know. Royal Caribbean, I've been on like where I can remember, where I was old enough to remember. I've been on it once pre-marriage and then once post-marriage. So both Royal Caribbean for those, and those were really good. And then I've been on a Carnival one, but I was very young.
Okay.
And so when you like read about them, Carnival's supposed to be more like crazy party, woohoo, drinking, and that's just not who I am. So we do more of like the family one on Royal Caribbean, but cruises anywhere is a must.
Yeah. I went on one cruise. We did Carnival. It was incredible.
Yeah. Oh,
you could get a burger, pizza, ice cream cones whenever you wanted.
What more do you need?
Guy Fieri had a restaurant on this boat, and it was literally cheeseburgers. You walked up, there was 20 of them being made, and you had one in seconds.
Yeah.
Seconds, Austin. I counted. It was like a 5-day cruise. I had over 30 cheeseburgers.
I'm telling you.
Over 30 cheeseburgers. It was amazing.
I'm telling you, bro. That is the highlight of a cruise. And the best part to me about a cruise is you pay up front and you don't pay anything else.
It's all included.
It's all included. Yep. All your fun, all your activities. Now you can do extra things that cost money.
Of course.
But it's just all there.
But it's definitely. There's so much to do in what with your umbrella of what you paid for. Yep. You don't really need to buy extra.
Exactly.
Totally
Exactly.
agree.
That was those are great ones. Number 3, and this could honestly be number 2 and probably is number 2 realistically, is exploring states with my wife. I love just renting a car and just exploring a random state.
Okay.
Like recently for our anniversary trip, we went to North and South Carolina, rented a car, and just did whatever we wanted in those 2 states.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's just a blast. Just the car rides, the getting out, wandering downtown, just figuring it all out as you go. We this is funny. So we went to Babe's today, Babe's Chicken Restaurant.
Oh yeah. Thanks for the pick, by the way.
Wow, that food was good. And so we were eating the biscuits. They bring you salad and biscuits to start your meal. And we were like, these biscuits make us miss a place in South Carolina called Vicious Biscuit.
Oh, I love that biscuit.
And so I was curious. I was like, hey, have you ever Googled like if more exist? Because this place, Vicious Biscuit, was probably one of our like top 2 meals the whole time we were there.
Wow. Okay.
And it was a biscuit. It was delicious. And she's like, no, I've never Googled it. So I Googled it. There is a single location, and we just happened to stumble across it as we were driving through South Carolina. And it wasn't even on like you Google all the top 100 things to do and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not on that list.
Really?
It's not on any list. We just were driving, and either I was hungry, she was hungry, or somebody had to go to the bathroom, so we pulled off to stop here.
Dang.
And just happened to get food.
Dang. That's pretty awesome.
And it was delicious. And so like that was those like that in Tennessee that we've done in California were just just great experiences.
Wow.
Great experience.
Your first 2, you didn't mention your wife. So are you doing those solo?
Well, I did mention my wife on a cruise. I said one post-marriage, one.
No, I'm saying but the third one you specifically said with my wife. The first 2 you didn't.
Well, I mean, that's true. I mean, yes, I would like to do all of them with my wife, but if I went to Disney World, and she couldn't go for whatever reason, she was in school or whatever.
You'd be okay with it.
I would still have a blast.
Okay.
I don't want that. Let's be very clear. I'd have more fun if she was there. But if she couldn't go because she was sick or whatever, I'd still go to Disney World.
Like I'm still using them sacred, babe. I'm still gonna go.
And a cruise, obviously I'd love for her to go. Much more fun when she's there. But if she gets seasick, you can stay in the cabin. I'll still do the cruise. I mean, obviously I want her to be there. I chose to marry her. I love her to death. But hey, got to do what you got to do. And then, I mean, number 4 is so those 3, right? Well, I've never done Disney World with my wife, but I've done the other 2 with my wife, and that's kind of why they rank up there pretty high. And so I've done all 3 of those. The 4th one I've never done, but it's something I want to do.
Okay.
Very badly, and it kind of goes into the same category. Is I want to explore a different country.
Oh, okay.
Right. For me, it's Europe. Right. I want to go to Europe and explore Europe.
Yeah.
Right. Rich history in soccer and all sorts of things. So I really want Europe as an exploration.
Okay.
And just kind of go through that. So that would be one of my top 4 vacations if I could get it. I'd even think if I had to, but I prefer, Europe.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's a good top 4.
That's a great top 4, Chris.
It is a great top 4.
That's a great top 4. So now that you've had plenty of time to think, because I like to ramble, as we know.
Hey, that's why we're on the Ramble Hour.
What are your best vacations?
So mine would be somewhere with hiking. It doesn't have to be like mountains, but somewhere where it's like when we went to Austin, like state parks, I guess is what it is.
Okay.
Like going to state parks, really enjoy that. It doesn't have to be we don't have to camp or anything. I'm more of go back to a nice hotel, be able to shower, and then go back out another day and hike or something like that. So that would definitely be one. It's just the hiking stuff.
Okay, hiking. I like that.
Because Alex and I love doing that with Pippa on our anniversary trip in December.
Okay.
We went up to Austin. We did a couple little parks and stuff with her, and she loved it. Pippa loved it.
Okay, awesome. Now, do you guys have boots and water backpacks and all that, or do you just go?
We just go. I wore Vans. And I brought a backpack with bottles of water in it, like plastic bottles of water.
I would encourage you to try Enchanted Rock. It's a beautiful place.
Enchanted Rock is an amazing place, and we need to tell that story.
We will tell that story.
We'll put it on the docket for next week because that's a story that actually needs to be talked about.
We will put the Enchanted Rock story on the next one.
But Enchanted Rock is awesome. It's a great hike, great camp. Number two would be, I guess, kind of along the lines of yours, like exploring cities. So I love New York City.
Okay.
I want to go do. I want to go do New York City again. Really any time of year. I don't want to go during the summer though. I'd much rather go during like a winter month, like when they're decorated for Christmas and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because we did that one year with my family. It was awesome.
Okay.
Like I just love New York City, and then you also have the ability of like just getting out of the city, going to Bear Mountain, going to like where my dad grew up in New City, just a cool place to explore. I'd also like I want to go to Chicago. I think that'd be cool.
Okay.
So like just going to like I guess a major city or like a Seattle, like those would be fun. That would be a fun vacation to me.
Like a new city and exploring it.
Yeah.
Heard.
Number three.
Would you, just curiously, would you drive and bring your dog, or would it be the type of thing where you'd fly?
So
just obviously perfect world. Perfect world.
No, yeah. Perfect world. I would want to drive.
Fair.
It's like New York City. Like the two things I have with Pippa is like one, driving. It's like I don't want to drive around the city. So it'd be the kind of thing if I'd have to drive in the city a little bit, park, and then like when my family we drove one time, we parked at the hotel and we didn't see that car again until the day we left.
Oh, see, that's nice.
And then with Pippa, I just don't know if like how it's like Austin, they're super dog friendly. Waco's super dog friendly. You can bring your dog into any store you want. I don't think New York City's like that.
Fair.
And I don't know if I want her on the street because she's a friendly dog. She likes to sniff stuff, and there's so many people.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll be more of a hassle trying to keep her away from people. Because I mean, I understand people don't want your dog jumping on them or going up to them to smell anything like that. I get that. So, like, it would be awesome to have her, but I don't think I would bring her to that.
Okay.
Now, Chicago, I don't know, never been, so it could be a little different. Same with Seattle, but for sure, New York, it would. I would want her to go, but I wouldn't bring her.
Okay, fair enough.
So, do I have a number two yet?
Yeah. Well, yeah. You named two.
Okay. Yes. So the hiking, and then number three, it would be fun to do like a whether it's Arizona, like a golf like trip, like where like I don't have to stay at the resort, but play like really nice golf courses.
Okay. Okay.
I did that. Like I used to do that with like a group of guys. And it was so much fun.
Okay.
You know, it
Like,
doesn't have to be like
at Pebble Beach, huh?
that'd be cool. That'd be wild if I could go do that. That'd be cool. I want my wife to start golfing a little bit. That way, like, I mean, I don't think she would mind going to ride around with me, but I feel like that would just be my vacation. She'd just be like in the golf cart. But if she learned how to play and hit the ball, that'd be a lot of fun.
Fair.
So,
Just make sure I can never play golf with you guys when Alex is playing.
oh yeah, that would be dangerous.
I have
That'd
a
be-
bad path of smacking Alex in the head with some type of ball, whatever sport we're
You
playing.
have an awful. I mean, it's been soccer balls, dodgeballs, tennis balls. Has it
More
been-
than likely.
I mean, it's insane. Even when you're on the same team, you completely destroy her.
We literally put me and her on the same team to try and prevent that, and it never works.
It doesn't work. And it was soccer, and you're like the best of all of us, and you still somehow shanked it into her face.
That is pretty accurate.
I mean, so yeah, it would be fun to take you, but we can't.
Yeah, I can't go. I cannot go.
If Alex is sick, I'll call you though. I'll leave her home and I'll call you.
Perfect. That's fair. That's fair.
Then number 4, I'll kind of go along the lines with you. If I were to go somewhere else, Alex went without me. A couple of years ago, her family went. Her grandpa's from there. I want to go to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
The pictures they sent just looked awesome, and it's very still like I guess Americanized to where like you eat like the food there, the culture, like you get all that, but there's still a McDonald's there.
Oh,
And I love trying new foods. I love having new foods, but for some reason, it's just like there's always like that moment where you're like just on the ride somewhere. Like even here, when I'm like going somewhere, and it's like a family dinner or something, I still stop and get a burger on my way,
of course.
just because it's like I don't know what my problem is. I honestly don't. So I like that would be cool. I think Puerto Rico would be fun.
Okay. Two good solid lists.
Yeah.
You know, definitely the ability. I noticed you didn't have cruise on yours. You didn't like your cruise.
I
Or
did.
your top 4.
It just didn't make my top 4. Like I would do a cruise again and stuff because I loved it. The carnival was great. It wasn't too party or whatever, anything like that. It was actually a lot of fun. I went for my brother-in-law. They got married, so I went with my wife's family,
Well, that you were the party. Hello, of course it wasn't too party. You
Yeah,
guys were the
true.
party.
That's true. I mean, we had so much fun. Like, we yeah, I guess this is true. We took up the entire like sports bar and watched the Patriots game, the playoff game. Oh man, I don't remember who they played, but the only two Patriots fans, only three Patriots fans were me, one of my sister-in-law's boyfriends, and my father-in-law. And he's only a Patriots fan because it bothers his wife, my mother-in-law. So, but the three of us, I tried to keep my like composure, like yes. But I mean, it was great because they were losing at first, and everybody's like making fun of us, and then Brady being Brady won the game, and it was an awesome experience. It's like cool experiences like bars and stuff like that, but on a cruise ship was kind of wild.
Yeah, see that.
And that night ended. The last night of that trip was the worst night, honestly, of my life. So I thought we were gonna die.
Oh, here we go,
dude. That boat was rocking. And then everybody, they knew how freaked out I was. They kept making comments like, "Yeah, the Titanic. They were partying the night it happened." Everybody acted like nothing was going on. I was like, and the other people were talking about how many crashes there were that year, and I was sweating blood. I texted my parents that night separately. I said, "Hey, I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything." I sent a goodbye text that night.
You didn't even prep one. You sent one.
I sent a goodbye text. Like, this is it. I'm going down this ship. I didn't choose this ship. It chose me.
And sure enough, you just walked in their house no more than 48 hours later.
Yeah. So I would do it again, though. I would do it again. It didn't make the top 4. I like having my feet on land, I guess.
Fair enough. I think we've accomplished a lot this podcast.
100%.
You know, figuring out all the things from pop heads to re-releases of movies, all the way to blenders turning on lights.
Yes.
Which I'm gonna need an update of that next week.
Oh, you will. I gotta call Isaac. I'm gonna tell him to come over here, and so he can stand in the other room while we're on the phone and see how we can fix this.
I gotta figure out how y'all are gonna fix that. So for Chris and Austin, we love you guys. That's all I remember.
Until next time, always remember. Come on, man. Until next time, always remember, we can't change the world unless we ramble. So keep on rambling. We love you guys.